My name's Todd Kline, and we're getting ready to head to Lake Mead for the fourth stop of the One Bass Tour. A lot of baits play a role out there this time of year. I'm going to dive into those baits courtesy of Okuma. Let's find out what they're going to eat. We're going to be out there in September. September, generally, the key players for forage is bluegill, baby bass, striper, crayfish, and shad. Those are, so about 4 or 5 key things that will play a role out there. You can find any of those. Generally, you're going to find the fish. Speaking of which, you're looking for smallmouth and largemouth. Both of those are going to play a key role out there. Sometimes guys will come in with all smallmouth. Sometimes guys will come in with all largemouth. The baits I'm going to start with here, I'm going to have more on the deck than just this, but to keep it simple, I brought 6 here today. We're going to start with topwater. Topwater plays a role out there, especially in the mornings. This little prop bait right here can emulate a few things, but this particular one that Ima makes looks like a little bluegill. You'll see when you guys get into the coves out there, you're going to see a lot of bluegill in certain areas. Pay attention because a lot of them have super bright tails on them, almost like a fluorescent color. Some of them even a little bit of a hue of blue. So sometimes even I'll bring it to my next bait here, on my jig. Sometimes I'll tip them with a little chartreuse, or I'll just leave them. It depends if I'm trying to emulate the baby bluegill or a crayfish. Most of my jigs that I'll throw out there are going to be a brown or a green hue. These work really good. Obviously, we all know around the rock, sometimes around those big bluff walls as well. Largemouth, smallmouth, can't go wrong with a jig. Don't be afraid to flip it either. We know that, Roy Hawk, he mentioned that when he won, one of the key players was a jig down near the Vegas Wash area. This chatterbait here, this is something I like to throw out there. In this particular one, it's a ladies' man with a Yamamoto Seiko on the back. I went with a green pumpkin trailer out there with a green pumpkin blade. It's kind of twofold on this particular one for me because I feel it emulates quite a few of those different baits that I mentioned, or forage that I mentioned. Could be a little striper almost, could be a little bluegill, obviously could be a shad. Once again, sometimes I'll tip that tail if there's a lot of baby bluegill in the area with a little bit of chartreuse. Great when you're in and around submerged brush and or that grass. Now I'm getting into the spinning gear. Obviously, the water out at Lake Mead, probably the clearest water you're going to find between there, Mojave, and Havasu, the Colorado River. It's 25-foot visibility in some areas. The thin Senko can call fish in from a long ways away with a very subtle approach. Great to throw in the backs of pockets around some trees, some grass, etc. A lot of times, depending on what that structure is in the area, I'll go as light as 5-pound tests just to make sure you get that bite. My saying is, you got to get bit before you can get broke off. Tried and true, no matter where you go, the drop shot. Sometimes this time of year out there, the fish can be up shallow. Drop shot works good in the shallow. Also, they can be out around some of the boulders, some of the points, etc. This particular one is a 6-inch straight people's worm from Robo Worm. And then one thing I will do, depending on the amount of grass I'm fishing around, is alter that tag end from my weight to my worm. A lot of grass, I'm going to go longer, and generally 1/4 ounce is what I'm using on the weight. And final bait here that I'll share with you guys. You guys already know, no matter where I go, the cool baits. Looks like a little shad. I've actually done well out there in the past with this particular bait. All these baits have played a role, but this particular one day, it was just tough. I couldn't get him to eat anything. I could see him on the electronics, and just slow rolled this thing down the gut and picked up a couple nice largemouth. That's kind of it, guys. I highly recommend you guys do your research, go back, look at past history to add on to addition what I've shared with you guys here today. One last thing I want to share with you guys. You see a couple of them here. The X Series rod, the X Series reels, new series from Okuma. You guys check them out. They're in your local retail stores and or at Tackle Warehouse. We'll see you guys on the water.